Hi guys, so today in this Q&A about fat loss, I want to talk to you from this very flattering angle about what you should eat before and after working out, because there's a lot of rubbish around this topic and very specific things being said that isn't always true, very outdated things, but there's also a lot of it's a topic that kind of trips a lot of people up, and people kind of get stuck on it and worry about it a bit too much, when really it's a bit of like worrying over the minutiae and it doesn't really matter that much. So, let's talk about a few do's and don'ts, and then I want to talk about the bigger picture. Okay, so long story short, the short answer is that there isn't something specific that you need to eat before or after your workouts. Okay, so it's really just about eating sensibly throughout the day, and we're going to talk about that a little bit at the end. When it comes to what to eat before your workouts, it really depends what time of day you're working out. Don't think of it as I have to work out at, I have to eat something before my workout. It's just it's got to fit into how you're eating in your day. So if you like to go out for a run first thing in the morning, you get up, you get your shoes on. Before I was pregnant, I was doing this. I would get up in the morning, get my son ready, walk him to childcare, and then I would go straight for a run from there, right? If you like to do that, then I don't get hungry first thing in the morning. I find it very hard to eat first in the morning. So I just go for my run first thing in the morning. It's not a big deal. If you're trying to, you might say, you should eat beforehand and blah, 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 blah. If you're hungry when you're on your run, then you're going to struggle to run through it. I tend to find that I go for a half-hour run, I come back, I get showered. By the time I'm done with my shower, I'm hungry, and then I really enjoy my breakfast, right? But if you're somebody who gets hungry 5 minutes into your run, or wakes up starving hungry, then you're going to need something to fuel that run, right? And you've got to take into account digestion. So there's no point having, a big meal with eggs and bread and just tons and tons and tons of things. It might be just enough to have a banana or a yogurt and a banana, just something light to keep you going. You might need something heavier than that. You might need a piece of toast. If the digestion bothers you when you're running, then that's a factor for you. You've got to factor that in. You can't be having stitches or stomach pains while you're going out for your run, or while you're doing your weightlifting session. So it really depends on you. Maybe you're somebody who likes to work out, at 11 in the morning, in which case, you might need to eat a bit, you might have time to have a proper breakfast, and then just go and do your workout at 10 or 11, and then just carry on with your day. There isn't something specific you need to eat. And there are people who will say you should eat some protein before your workout, or you should eat some carbs before your workout. But really, you gotta make sure that you're not hungry in your workout, that you've got enough fuel for your workout. But that might be, for some people, you're okay doing it fasted, like I am. I'm fine just going straight out for a run. It's not an issue for me. In terms of what to eat after your workouts, again, don't worry too much about, you've got to get a certain amount of food or a certain type of food in post-workout. Eat when you're hungry. If you're not hungry after a workout, if you're hungry 3 hours later, then eat then. Don't worry about having to eat within a certain amount of time after your workout, or eat certain types of food. If you're doing strength training, in any case, you should be trying to get a portion of protein in every single meal. And that is important for post-workout recovery, but it's not as important as just eating the right things over the course of the day. There isn't a window that you need to get this in with. If you are looking to compete in professional sports, or bodybuilding, then yes, you need to get all of this timing absolutely on point. But if you're just trying to be helpful, if you're just trying to be healthy, not helpful, if you're just trying to be healthy or trying to lose weight, you don't need to eat at certain times, okay? You don't need to eat within a certain window. You don't need to eat in a certain window before your workout. Now, I want to zoom out a little bit because last week I talked to you about setting up anchor points and eating at regular meal times and setting up some kind of automation for your day. So let's say you've decided that you eat at 9 a.m, that's a good time for you to eat your breakfast, that you eat at 11 a.m. and that you eat at 7 p.m, right? Sorry, 9 a.m, 1 p.m. is your lunch, and then 7 p.m. is your dinner. Let's say they're your anchor points. Completely, I mean, these are pretty standard, but it may be quite different for you. It might be 9 p.m, it might be 7 a.m. It doesn't matter. Whatever your anchor points are, you just adjust for this. Your anchor points should suit you and your daily routine and how you like to eat. Okay, so it doesn't matter if these are different from what I'm just picking some arbitrary, pretty standard anchor points, right? So if that's the case, you should be taking into account when you set up these anchor points. You should be taking into account when you're hungry. You should be taking into account like when you like to eat and how much you like to eat, and you should be taking into account when you like to work out. Okay, if you like to work out at 9 a.m, there is absolutely no point setting up an anchor point for 9 a.m, right? Because every day you're gonna come into this decision fatigue. Oh, should I work out first? Should I eat first? Oh, then do I need to let my body digest the food? If you like to work out first thing in the morning, then come home, get showered, and then it's like 9 o'clock when you're eating your breakfast, great. Then that would be a really great anchor point for you. Don't worry about that way. You also don't have to worry about, oh, what do I need to eat before? What do I need to eat after? Let's say you're a little bit hungry one morning before you go out for your run or before you go and do your workout. Have a banana, have a yogurt, have something to make you not hungry. Have a couple of dates, whatever it is, something. If it's most people function better when they have something with a little bit of carbohydrates in it rather than something like a yogurt that's more proteiny. But you add the yogurt in if you're really, really hungry and you need something to sustain you more, but you need it to be digestible. So don't worry. You can still, have a banana at 7, do your workout, and then still hit your anchor point at 9 for eating your actual breakfast. There's some flexibility fitted into the anchor points. Likewise, if you like to work, if you eat at 7 a.m. and then you work out at 9 a.m, don't worry about eating something specifically before, and don't worry about eating something afterwards. Just hit your next anchor point. And this is one of the points of having 38 weeks pregnant. It's hard to digest everything. It's hard to breathe. Everything's it's a nightmare. But one of the reasons why you want to have anchor points is to take out this decision fatigue. So you don't sort of go, oh, I want to work out now, but should I eat before? I'll eat something. Oh, now I need to let my body digest it. And then you work out eventually, and then you're like, oh, now I need to eat something afterwards. Don't worry about that. You need to hit your anchor points every day. You know what sort of amount of food you need to be eating at each anchor point. And then your workouts should fit around those anchor points. And that takes out all the decision fatigue from it. There isn't a pre-workout thing and a post-workout thing. None of us are working out at a high enough level for that to be important. And there's also, if let's say you finish your workout at 10, you've already had breakfast and now you're a little bit hungry. have a yogurt and a banana, have a protein shake, have something to keep you going. Don't just be hungry until your 1 p.m. anchor point, because that's your anchor point. Like, have something to tide you over, and so that you can hit that next anchor point, right? Or you could decide, okay, I'm going to have my lunch early, and then I'll fit another snack in between lunch and dinner. Like, they're flexible, okay, these anchor points, but you've got to, it's about getting the right amount of food over the course of the day and automating enough of the process, as much of the process as possible. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, just to kind of zoom out and stop thinking about sort of pre-workout nutrition, post-workout nutrition, which is I think where most people are at. Like, I need to have the right things to fuel my workouts. None of us are performing a high enough level for that to be important for us. You just got to eat your regular meals, and your workouts should be factored into your anchor points, your daily anchor points. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit of a kind of reframing. Okay, it's a little bit of thinking about the problem differently. So if you're the one who asked this question, or if you just, or even if you didn't ask this question, if you have any questions about that I didn't quite cover, let me know in the comments below, and I'll cover it. I'll go over it again, and I'll go over the finer points that I might have missed. But hopefully this will kind of just shift your perspective a little bit from kind of the minutiae around the workout to bigger picture over the course of the day.